Lauren.
This meeting is being recorded.
What's up?
This meeting is being recorded.
Yeah,
Lauren,
taking
how are you
care. That's why
feeling?
it gets cozy. Taking care of it.
Murad, nice to see you. Nice to meet you visually. I think we may have met in Niagara.
Hello, everyone. How are you?
Good to meet you, brother.
I'm just connecting my headsets. There we go.
Sounds good, man.
So good to be on the call again.
You too, man. You too. Michelle, Hal, hello. Trisha.
Hello.
Yeah, what's going on? Murad, how are you doing? See, we got a Murad marathon. My man. Oh, I missed you. I haven't done this alone in months or in a month or so. Cheryl, what's going on?
Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you perfectly.
Hi, guys.
How are you?
Hey. Awesome.
Oh crap, my alarm's snoozing. Why is it snoozing? Hold on. How's everybody's day going? Anybody wanna Cheryl, I like that. What's going on, Rob Nelson? How you doing, brother? Carol, hello. Noah, what's going on? Oh, yeah, I do these for whoever's new in this group. I do these every Sunday at 9 p.m. I've been throwing these retreats in Cape Cod for the last month. And so this is the first time I'm alone in like over a month. It's crazy. And
You're never alone. You're never alone.
Yeah, never alone. But I was always alone prior to that. I always wanted to be alone prior to Dr. Joe. Now it's like I miss everybody. The vibes, baby. It's the vibes. Hello, Alexandra. Speaking of missing, I miss you so much. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, good. So you, Murad, and Michael may have recruited Kathy and I to be there a little more full time in the Cape Cod area, north in New England, I should say.
I'm very excited to have
Yeah.
here. Yeah.
We will be bothering you.
Yeah, good energy up here. Good place to build. That's what, one great thing is I got divorced like 3 years ago. I lived in 3 cities since I got divorced, and everywhere I've had to kind of start over aside from Philly because I had a music network there. But now it's like my next move, I get to move somewhere. I don't have to start over. There's communities where we can make our next step just for anybody who's in that position as well. It's really cool. What's going on, Gina? Tracy, how are you? Cosette, looking good. How you doing? What's going on?
I'm so excited.
Me too. Veronica, hello. Sheila, hello.
Cosette, no hat. Look at you rocking it, girl. Love it. Love your hair.
Well, thank you.
Stylish.
Hello, Mindy.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. Avis Doctor, good to see you.
Hello. Hey, how's it going?
Good, good. John Rizzi, hello, sir. Lauren, how are you feeling? If you can't talk, don't stress it. I'm just curious. I know you weren't feeling. Oh, wow, we got a whole other page of people over here. Tenzin, what's up, bro? How long have you been in there? What's going on, man?
I just joined a second ago. How you
Oh, you
doing?
did? Okay, cool. The man of the hour, or 2 hours, or 3 hours is here. Good to see you, man.
Good to see you too, bro.
Chuck, what's going on, brother? Lee, hello, Ann. So we're gonna get started around like 9:10 probably. That's usually 9:07, 9:10, just so everybody knows it's usually when we get started. Because got a lot of people that trickle in. We don't want anybody to miss all the fun. Jan, how are you? Josh, Lola, Natasha.
Good, thank you.
Big Josh in the house. Yay, yay.
What's up?
What up, what up? Jovelina. All right, too many people are coming in now. Hello, everybody. Ilka, what's going on? Dor, what's up, brother?
Hello, my first time here.
Jovelina, nice to meet you. Very
nice to meet you. Thank you.
Welcome to the Sunday Night Journey Call.
Okay, thank you.
Cheers.
Hey, Robby, how you doing?
Jeff, what's up, brother? How are you? I was just about to say
What's
hi.
going on, man? I just wanted to check in. I may not stay for the whole time. I wanted to check in and just say hello.
Hello from Nashville. Jeff will be in Nashville. Anybody else that's in Nashville, let's go. Tenzin, I just found out Tenzin will be there. Dor, you're going to be there. Lala, I know you're going to be there. Ilka, let's go. So many people.
Hey.
Gosh. Yeah. Who else is going to be there? Angela, how you doing? I'm just seeing you, Angela.
Hey, John.
I'm great. How are you doing tonight? So happy to be
Amazing.
here.
MVP, Angela, Mermaid, or in the house.
I'll change my picture to a mermaid.
Love it. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. How do you get never mind. I said a tongue twister. Jill, what's going on? How are you? Danelle, very nice to see you. So yeah, we're gonna get started in like 3 to 5 minutes, just so everybody knows. We do these calls every Sunday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Hello, Lee. Second Zoom today where my camera says it's on. So you don't look like a black box. Got it. All right, well, we got you. Everybody, Lee is a beautiful lady with beautiful curly hair and glasses. And if you can't see her face.
Thank you for that, but I just don't understand why it says my video is working, but it doesn't show me. So I just was curious if anyone ever experienced that.
Let's see.
And knows how to fix it.
All right, anybody DM Lee on the Syzad or in the chat, and maybe I'd say try from the computer. It always fixes from the computer with things like Spotify and this. I know that. So yeah, we have these calls every Sunday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time. We also, Natasha, how you doing? Leela, what's going on? We also meditate Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 5 a.m. and 11 a.m. Eastern time. So if anybody is interested in doing that, you could do either or both. Anybody interested in doing any of that, just shoot your email over into the chat if you're interested. And again, these Sunday night calls that we do, we typically have a guest and they take us on their journey in life. And we were lucky enough to get Tenzin onto this call because he has a lot of great things he's going to be talking about that everybody needs to hear and needs to spread. Danelle, how are you? Nice to see you. Nice to visually meet you. So we'll get started again in like two or 3 minutes. So yeah, if you want to, raise your hand if you're going to be going to Nashville, just so everybody knows. Because we got right now within our collective community, we got 33 people going. Yeah, 33 people going. Let me get my chat up there. And we're going to be organizing stuff. We're going to be doing a lot of collective energy. Try to really, really build on that energy at a live Dr. Joe event together. It's going to be a lot of fun, man. A lot of fun. All right, we still got some people coming in. So Tenzin, what I'm going to do is I'm going to mute everybody now, and then I'm just going to unmute you really quick. So, and guys, I spoke with Tenzin. He's going to pretty much have a platform, 15 to 30 minutes of speaking, letting us know who he is, what he's doing, and how he's getting it done and how we can help. But feel free, if you have any questions during the call, I'm going to keep my eye out on the hand raising. So if you have any questions, don't just raise your hand. I'm going to have my eye on it. But we'll also have the opportunity after to ask questions, how we can help. Also, I'm going to post the GoFundMe in the chat right now so everybody has it if you don't have it already. All right, so I'm just going to mute everybody right now. 2 seconds. So I just asked to unmute you. And Kathy,
can you guys hear me?
Really quick, Kathy, you don't have to reply. If you could, can you look at the chat and just take some photos, some screens, or take the names down of people who want to join the group for me? Is that cool for you?
Yes.
Oh, so I just said you didn't have to reply.
Oh. Okay, bye.
Thanks so much. I appreciate it. All right, so I'm gonna let me just grab the GoFundMe before we get started really quick. Chat. Okay, so I just posted the GoFundMe just so everybody has it, and I'll also. Oh shoot! I posted it to Trisha only. Hold on 1 second. Boom. All right, I just posted the GoFundMe just so everybody knows. All right, so really quick before I'm going to hand it off to Tenzin, I just got a couple announcements I want to make. I just want to thank last week's guest, Lala. Lala is a professional singer-songwriter from Nashville. I'm lucky enough to have her to do a song with me. She took us into her journey and who she is now and who her future self is as well. So I just wanted to thank you again. So much has happened since that call. It's crazy. It's just showing you when you want to get shit, when you want shit to get done, you have to get it done. And we've been doing so much since then. So it's been a lot of fun. So thank you. Again, we do the Sunday night journeys every Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern time. We also meditate Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 5 a.m. and 11 a.m. Eastern time. If you're interested in that, please just leave your email and I'll touch base with you after this call. Again, on these calls, our guests take us on their journey. Not sure if anybody notices who has been on these calls, but big things happen to people when we have guests on this show. A lot of things have been happening. Like Josh, I don't know if everybody knows Josh Whiteland. He was a guest like 3 weeks ago. A couple days after that, these stories started. Dr. Joe started promoting him, his emails, his Facebook, just great things. Cheryl was a couple weeks ago. Now she has this monthly call. We're all going to Nashville. She created this huge community that we're all going to be going with together. And the world wants to hear you, Cheryl, and it's so beautiful. Lala, we're working on a music festival right now in June. Everyone stay tuned with that. That just started happening right after, this call. Kathy, your life journey is beginning now. You're going to be going to the Cape, doing everything that you've been looking to do in the future. Arsa, your artwork, it just has exploded since that call. Like I have you on 2 of my album covers. You were inspired by Ilka's music, and Ilka is one of our guests, and Ilka has a new single out, just so everybody knows. So reach out to Ilka for that. Ilka de Gast. And just these are all the guests, and then Thor. And Thor he's had a full transformation as a person in the 3D, and just who he is as a person now since he's appeared on here. It's just so powerful. These calls are amazing. We're changing lives, and they're so important. That's why I'm so happy that we have Tenzin Ray on the call. I'm going to give it to him in 2 seconds, but I want to also go talk about Nashville next week because Tenzin's going to be there as well, guys. So whoever's going, again, raise your hand, message in the room. Just let everybody know because we got a huge community going, and within meditation and synchronicities, we're going to be going as a bulk in the color yellow, in group yellow. Shout out to Thor and Cheryl for that. And we understand people want to use their own colors. I done that at a couple events, so never personal, but just so you know, as a group, we're going as yellow. We have t-shirts as well. If you're interested, message me as well. So just so you know, that's there. And again, that's pretty much it. But yeah, let's all just keep supporting each other. Oh yeah, I'm going to have 2 songs that I'm going to be pushing to get played there. If anybody has any connections with music, I'm going to be doing my way, but the more, the better. The reason I'm doing it is because of the energy. I see what it does for people when they hear my music. It's just magical. And let's just keep doing that. Lala's on one of the songs. I got Ick Shit on one of the songs. So it's a community thing. Let's really keep pushing. All right. So without further ado, oh, sorry. Somebody say something.
It's me, Lala.
Oh, hey, what's up, Lala?
Hey, I just want to say really quick that I just found out today that my single that I played on the call last week.
Yeah.
I was talking to my engineer today, and he is going to have it ready for Nashville.
Let's go.
There you go.
Let's go. Congratulations. And what we can do, this is what's so beautiful, is that I created a song. I found out the name of the song in Cartagena. I created it, and 3 days later I sent it. It got played like 2 days after that because of intent and people helping. Like that song is going to be released on that day. When we're there, we're going to create some energy to make sure it gets played in Nashville. That's how we get things done. Thank you for announcing that. So yeah, let's just keep supporting the community, the music community, and the art community. It's so much fun. Thanks for saying that. All right, so thank you for putting the hands up. Yeah. For Nashville. Those aren't questions, right? Or are those questions? No, not yet. They can't have questions yet. All right, so without further ado, Tenzin, Tenzin Ray, thank you. Cosette, thank you for introducing me to Tenzin. He'll be in Nashville. He's in the Dr. Joe youth group. He's helping change the world with this app Cohere Now. It's created for the Dr. Joe community. It's nothing short of genius. This whole concept and idea, and the fact that he's putting it into action is even more impressive. The purpose of this app is to empower everyone, and I'm going to leave it to that and give it to my man Tenzin. So thank you again, and again, raise your hands if you want to participate in talking or anything. But the floor is yours, brother.
Amazing. Well, thank you, Robby. I appreciate you, man. This is awesome being on here, and I appreciate everyone showing up. I know it's Easter. This is more people than I was expecting, so this is super cool.
Yeah, man.
But
And it's quiet
yeah,
too,
like
by the
Robby
way.
said,
Yeah, sorry. it's
what's
quiet.
that?
It gets quiet, just so you know.
It gets quiet.
It does quiet because everybody's muted.
Oh, gotcha. Cool. Okay, sweet. Well, yeah, like Robby said, my name's Tenzin. I'm kind of curious if everyone wouldn't mind like just raising your hand, whether it's on the app or like virtually, if you've heard of Cohere Now, the app, if you've seen the GoFundMe, if anything like that. I just want to kind of get an idea of how many people know about it. Okay, cool. So there's quite a few people who haven't heard about it. So the purpose of Cohere Now, like he said, is it's an app for the Joe Dispenza community. I wanted to create something that would help people kind of house all of their entire practice within one resource to make it a little bit easier for people to implement the principles that allow us to kind of overcome ourselves and do all of the things that Dr. Joe Dispenza teaches. And so the purpose of the app is to help people maintain a consistent meditation practice, help you more easily access the meditations, as well as reflect after the meditations and kind of store those reflections and be able to actually iterate on them and review them before you meditate and cultivate a clear vision of the future and all these type of things that are super crucial and have helped me a ton. I just kind of saw that there might be an easier way to do it because in the beginning it was a little challenging for me to maintain a consistent practice. There was always excuses, there was always things that got in the way, and I knew that staying connected to this incredible community really helped me in tremendous ways. One of them was maintaining a consistent practice and learning from others, and it's just a really beautiful community. So I also wanted an app that makes it a little bit easier for people to be able to stay connected within the community. I know that there's so many group chats and there's so much things going on where people are hosting different meditations. I wanted a platform that makes it easier for it's just for the community. And so that's kind of an overview of it. I can go into a little bit more detail of, I'd be happy to like share my screen and show like what we've been able to do. But for those that don't know, I got this idea with a friend of mine, Jada, who's also in the youth community, incredible human being, who about a year and a half ago at the October AFU in Denver, we got this idea to create something like this. We were super inspired by everything we had learned and experienced, and one thing led to another. And if you've read the GoFundMe story, you've kind of seen that whole backstory. I won't really go into that too much, but basically I found this work through an injury that I had in my shoulder, which was called thoracic outlet syndrome. And it caused, pain, discoloration in my arm. It compressed the artery or the vein in my arm, and just caused a lot of issues. And I was extremely depressed at the time. I just didn't have a lot of meaning in life. And I decided to take a leap of faith after, trying many different things, many different modalities of alternative medicine, physical therapy, all sorts of different stuff to try to fix it. And none of it was working. I decided to take a leap of faith and go to a Dr. Joe Dispenza event. I knew that my mental and emotional well-being was affecting it. I knew that it wasn't in the best state, and I knew that I had to work on it and improve it. And so that's when I decided to go to a Dr. Joe Dispenza event. And my life changed in ways that I can't even imagine. I just wanted to heal my shoulder, and I ended up, just completely shifting my life and feeling extremely grateful, which is something that was pretty challenging for me to experience, just a couple of years ago. And so I love this work. I think that it's changed my life. And if I can create something that makes it easier for not only younger people, but anyone to implement this practice, then that to me is extremely meaningful. And so when I got this idea, I started designing it. When Jada and I got this idea, we started designing it, and I had a little bit of history in designing websites and things like that, never an app, but the ideas just kind of came to me, and I never imagined that I would develop it. But about 6 months ago, we got an opportunity to present the idea to Dr. Joe Dispenza, which Jada and I had been tuning into for a year, and it came as soon as we least expected it, and in a way that we least expected as soon as we let it go, where we got to present the app to him, and he loved the idea. He said he's willing to support it. He wants to see a working model of it, and he wants to see that the community is using it, which is what we wanted to. We wanted to create something that was valuable. We didn't want to just create anything. We wanted it to be like extremely valuable for people and really help people. And so we just wanted to kind of get his blessing on that call, and that's kind of what happened. And then from that call, this fire got ignited in me, and I kind of got impatient and got curious as well as to how far I could get developing it myself. I have no prior experience developing or programming or technological skills. I got a laptop like 3 years ago when I was 22 years old. And so I just got curious though. I thought, how far can I get? If I was able to design it and learn how to design it, I might be able to develop it too. And so instead of waiting to find the right developer, to find the right investor and all of those things, I just got curious and started developing it myself. And it turned into this obsession where for the next 3 months after that, I was completely engulfed, and I would forget to eat. I would forget to sleep. I remember staying up multiple days in a row because I was so energized. It wasn't like it was a totally positive and insane experience that I'm extremely grateful for, where I had so much passion and excitement towards what I was creating that I didn't want to sleep. I would forget to eat. I would forget to do.
You
And
feel that energy
ended.
right now, man. You feel that energy right now.
What's that?
So we're feeling that energy right now.
Amazing. I'm feeling it too. It's been it was an amazing experience, and it's been a little while since I felt that because things kind of transitioned over the last few months. But over that period, I was just getting all these beautiful insights, extremely excited and happy and fulfilled with what I was doing. And I had been completely focused on this full time. I was like 15 hours plus a day doing this. And I had left this job that I was doing previous to this, where I was kind of consulting people on Airbnb and helping them create financial freedom through having an Airbnb business, which wasn't very fulfilling to me. And this was extremely fulfilling. So I decided to just focus all my effort onto this and trust that it would work out. And it got to the point where I was completely focused on this, and I had been neglecting other areas of my life, like my health and my finances and things like that, to the point where I wasn't in a good financial spot. I wasn't the healthiest person ever. And but I was still extremely happy and fulfilled. And so I had thought about creating a crowdfunding campaign, but my thought, which I think now is limiting, was that I'll be worthy to receive from the community when people are using the app, when the app is in people's hands and they're getting value from it. So I didn't want to ask for anything until then. But I was at a point where I didn't want to focus on anything else. And I thought, why not? I'll just give it a shot. And so I started creating this crowdfunding campaign on GoFundMe. I started writing my story, which I've never shared before, and creating this video, which I have no background in creating videos. I really kind of learned through this process that anyone can do anything as long as we just get started. It's the getting started that was getting in the way for me. The belief that something was hard was kind of the only thing that was really in the way. As soon as I got curious to how well can I do it? How, maybe I can do it. Let me just get started. And it ended up turning out great. I loved the way that it came out. And I had been generating abundance for about 2 weeks prior to releasing the GoFundMe and really focusing on it intently. And it did insanely successful. I knew that it would, but it was surreal when it started happening. And I only shared it with a few people, and word kind of spread about it naturally and organically, is what it seemed like to me, since I hadn't really been promoting it too much. And I was just extremely grateful. I would wake up and there was like, $5,000 in investments. And it was just, I knew that it was going to happen, but it was just surreal when it happened. And so after that crowdfunding campaign, I expected that income that we generated those donations that we generated or received from the community to be able to sustain us until the point where we were able to release it. And unfortunately, my estimation on how long these things take has been very off. And so I've had to postpone it a few times just because I really I don't want to release it before it's at a point where it's extremely valuable and it meets all of the standards that we kind of hold for it. And so that kind of leaves us where we're at now. And over the past few months, I've been working intently on developing it. And since then, we've kind of cultivated a team. We actually have Ikshit working with us too. And he is helping us out. He's an incredible incredible dude. And we also have 3 other teammates, Wyatt, who is learning how to develop, and he's been kind of working on developing the project with me. Isabella, who's incredible, she's been writing copy and sending out emails and doing all of it and doing a lot of other stuff as well. And then we also have Rashab, who is a programmer, and he's been helping me figure out some of the technical stuff. And so we now have a team. It's not just been me. It's been me full time. Everyone else kind of has their own full-time thing that they're focusing on. And so they've been kind of dedicating a few hours here and there when they can. But I wanted to release a second crowdfunding campaign because we're at the point now where we're so close to having it released to the community, and it's kind of been eating me up inside that I haven't been able to release it by the time that I said I would. And it's been a real kind of learning process of learning how to be patient with myself and kind to myself, and not get in those states where I get down on myself because I haven't released it when I said I would. Because that feeling that way just kind of hinders my ability to make progress. But now we're at the point where we're releasing a second crowdfunding campaign to be able to get us through the research phase, where we'll be releasing it to the early access community, which is anyone who's registered currently or anyone who's donated to the GoFundMe will be a part of that early access community, and they'll have early access when it is released, because it won't initially be released to the public, because we want to start with a small group to be able to manage growth, and as well as kind of test what's working and what isn't, to be able to before we release it to everybody. And so that's the goal within the next month or two. Again, my estimations on how long things take haven't been very good, but I've been working intently on getting it released, and I know that it will be very soon. And so I wanted to release the second crowdfunding campaign to be able to sustain us through that research period, to sustain all of the operating expenses that we need, like the database storage, all of the other subscriptions, the App Store licensing, all of that stuff that goes into having an app, as well as compensate myself and any of the other team members who decide to come on full time, so that we can continue to focus on this full time without, and continue to improve and innovate it, because that's what we're going to continue to always do. And so that's when I kind of just started tuning into abundance again and started revamping the crowdfunding campaign. And then the set reached out to me and introduced me to Robby, and that kind of leaves us where we are now. And I'm extremely grateful for this. And I always love how these type of things just kind of line up when I do the work. It really kind of just shows that it does work, because this kind of came out of nowhere after just kind of tuning into abundance. And I'm just extremely grateful to be here. I don't know what else to really share about myself. I know I'm not used to kind of talking about myself, but I'm extremely grateful for everyone being on here and listening. And if you've contributed to the GoFundMe, I greatly appreciate it. If you feel called to contribute, please do. Any amount is helpful. There's no amount that's too small. And if you are interested in donating like a larger amount or becoming an investor, we are opening up the opportunity for investors pretty soon. So if you are interested in that, feel free to reach out to me. I can drop my email in the chat here, and you can also find it on the GoFundMe page. So anyone who's interested in donating or investing over 10,000, there's an opportunity to have some rev share and ownership.
Say that with some authority. Say that with
What's
some
that?
authority. Say that right there with some authority, because that's important with that goal.
Which part?
The 10,000. Anybody who wants to do 10,000, you were just about to say something.
Oh, anyone who's interested in investing 10,000, I think I was just going to say reach out to me, because it's an incredible opportunity to be an investor within the company and have a rev share. And we have extremely big plans on the long-term vision. The app is kind of just the first step, and we want to do some really incredible things within the youth community. A lot of the income that we generate from the app is going to go towards different projects like the education system and all of these different projects that the youth community is working on. And so it could be a really cool opportunity if that is something that calls to you, is contributing to those type of things and being a part of that. I think that's what I was going to say there.
Awesome. Good shit, man. Yeah, I just want to let you know, you got a room full of people that not only want to support you now that they know who you are, if they didn't know you, but your idea you can hear the passion and the truth coming out of your voice, and people hear and feel that things are going to get done now from this call. There's over 70 people on here that want to help you, so it's going to happen. And what really quick. So I know that you posted a new goal up to $40,000, right? As far as the next goal.
I put it at 44,000 because I like that number, but the goal is 50,000. So the
Okay.
goal is 50,000 right now for the crowdfunding.
When are you trying to reach that goal? How can we put some steam behind it? When's the date that you're looking to reach that?
Well, that goal, I don't know if I have an exact date. That's a good question. I should get more clear on that. But that goal is kind of 50,000 will allow us to sustain the app over the next 3 to 4 months. And so it's not where it has to be done by, or like it's.
Yep. But if it was done by then,
But-
if we put intent behind it in Nashville, just whoever's going in this room, we got 30 people. If we just focus a little bit on just getting $50,000, it'll get there a lot quicker, I think. So yeah, I think if we go to Nashville with the intent to try to help you, we're all going there for many reasons, but we can help you with this.
Yeah.
That's a good goal to have. We could try to do that as well as right now in general, but yeah, we could put
100%.
put some intent behind that.
Yeah, if I were to put a date on it, I think the end of this month. So like May 1st, April 31st would be ideal. That way I can start really focusing back on the app and not have to think about the finances and whether the operating expenses are going to be taken care of. Yeah. So April 1st would be extremely ideal.
Perfect. And I'm going to type right now, what's your email address? Because people are asking how to get in touch with you.
It is tenzin@coherentnow.com. I can type it in there too. Because we're also going to be changing the name because Coherent Now is a really cool name, we think, but it's a little long.
Okay. Are you doing, you know what, you do it because I don't want to misspell it. I was going to say we could race, but you just do it so it doesn't get messed up. All right, let's see. So Cheryl, the universe only gives us what we feel worthy of receiving. You got this, Tenzin. It will be released in a perfect timing. You're doing amazing. Excited that you are taking the time to make it magical. Keep shining, brother. That's from Jess. Post a link. We did that. Tenzin, please tell us what would be the miracle. What would support you the most? How much are you looking for? We want to support you. Okay, we got that. Give yourself grace, Tenzin. It's going to be amazing, from Mindy. Josh Whiteland, Tenzin, let me play with the app in Colombia. It was awesome. Nice. Good stuff. Let's see. 50K, easy. I say by 4:30 we could do it. Julia Cohen, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, Julia, let's go.
I love it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, let's write. Come on, we got this.
I'd love to share if everyone's open to it, like the progress that I've been able to make over the past 3 months with the last crowdfunding campaign, and be able to see like what I've been able to do real quickly if everyone's
Yeah, no,
open
I'd
to
love to, man. And Josh, really quick, Josh, do you have something quick to say really quick, or you want to wait until after?
I'll be really quick. Whenever Tenzin showed me this app, we were working app support in Colombia, when I met Tenzin, I remember one of the issues. It wasn't an issue, but if you know how like your meditations are in one file, your communities in WhatsApp or Telegram, everything's like all over the place, and the staying awake in the monastery or in Facebook, that's on Facebook. So you have all these places. And when Tenzin said that he housed this app to where you could do all of these things, and it was really simple because like on the screen, the first button is to go into meditation. So you can instantly go into meditation and then you can see how many other meditators are meditating at that same moment. You can see how you can see how much time it's taken you to manifest something. It was just all in one house, and with so much opportunity to grow and expand it to possible subscription-based meditate, just all kinds of stuff. It was just absolutely mind-blowing, the detail even then at that point. So I just wanted to give that punch for Tenzin and tell everybody just how awesome it was so far using it.
Nice.
Yes.
You already got a review on it.
There you go.
That's great.
I love it, Josh. Thanks, man. Yeah. That was super cool showing it to you in Nashville. It's so cool to see how excited other people are because I'm obviously extremely excited about it. But when other people are as excited as I am, it's really, really cool to see. Um, so yeah, thank you, Josh. I appreciate that, man. So yeah, I'll go ahead and share my screen real quick.
I gave you
What's that?
I gave you host capabilities. Let me know if you need. I think you know how to do it, right?
Perfect. Yeah, I got it. So I'm just going to share the screen. This is like a kind of a preview of what the app will look like, something like this. So this is kind of the home screen. Like Josh said, you'll be able to see how many people are meditating at the moment. So, you know, this is just a number that we've added just for as a placeholder. But for example, this will be an accurate number of how many people are currently meditating. This is where you'll be able to add your meditation routine or schedule a time where you'll be meditating, and I'll show why that's important to be able to do that. And then here's like your recent reflections. And so this is kind of the meditation page. So if you wanted to do a meditation, you'd come in here and I've already kind of uploaded some meditations and created some folders so you'd see it here. But what you'd be able to do is just come here and upload the meditations straight from wherever you have them. If you have them in your files, Dropbox, Google Drive, one of the things that was really challenging for us to figure out was allowing the Dropbox and Google Drive integration. We had the files figured out, but that was super easy. But allowing people to, I know that a lot of people have it in Dropbox and Google Drive, so it was extremely important. One of the most important things is that it's extremely easy and effortless for people to use this. I want it to be as minimal steps as possible, because I know that purchasing the meditations from Dr. Joe, getting them emailed to you, downloading them, uploading them, creating folders is already a lot of steps. So I want to make it as little steps as possible so that people are more likely to use it and people are more likely to get value from it and have their meditation practice just be a little more seamless, so that when it comes to accessing your meditations or reflecting or creating a vision of the future, the effort that it takes to go into it is less, so that that's not something that's in the way of people doing it. I think that more people will be more likely to do it. And one of the really cool things is we'll be able to see that kind of data and see what is working and create a system where it's basically a really clear system of like how to most easily implement these practices is what I'm really excited about. So for example, you'll be able to create your folders and upload your meditations. The shorter kind of long-term vision is to partner with Dr. Joe Dispenza, where he allows us to license his meditations so that you can just log into the app and you just have a subscription or whatever it may be, and you instantly have access. You don't have to upload them. You don't have to create folders. You don't have to rename them. Because I know that some meditations like just have weird names like this, 0.2 restorative sleep. So one of our goals is to have that partnership with Dr. Joe Dispenza, which I think he would be open to once he kind of sees that people are using it and getting value from it. So for example, one of the features that we added is, you can create a folder to house your meditations. You have your intro, the breath, and meditation. I know that sometimes the breath is separate from the meditations, and if you use Google Drive or Dropbox, you have to take off your blindfold and press play for the meditation after the breath. So what I wanted to do is allow it so that you can cue it. So you can just really easily cue the breath and then the meditation and then press start. And then it plays immediately after, so you don't have to remove your blindfold.
That alone.
Yeah, that part's definitely going to make it better for me, because that simple thing of like it gets you out of state to have to take off your blindfold. And then so one of the other things is you'll be able to review your vision. So one thing you'll be able to do is create your visions of the future within the app, which I'll go in just a sec. But let's say, for example, you've already created your visions of the future that you want to achieve. You just click on this, select the one that you're tuning into. Let's say you want this beautiful home in nature, and you've got your desired outcome, and then you've got how it's going to feel, peaceful, abundant. So you can review it right before you meditate. So you kind of have that clear intent. So you can go into that meditation with that really clear intention and know exactly what you want, and then get started. And then once you've done the meditation, you'll be prompted to reflect after. So one of the things that has helped me tremendously is like actually reflecting. I know he talks about it a lot, but actually taking the time to think about what did I do well and what will I do differently. At first, I kind of just thought it was, whatever, I just skipped it. But when I started doing that, I started writing it down and I started reading it and reviewing it before my meditations and going in with that intention of, okay, here's what I did well last time. I know I can do that again. Here's what I'm going to improve, and actually taking it seriously. I think of it like an Olympic athlete, I want to be really, really good at this, and I want other people to be really good at this. And I know everyone wants to be really good at this. And I think taking it seriously like an Olympic athlete, where you're going in with that much intention, is the way to do it, and it has helped me tremendously. And so I want to make it easier for people to reflect and be able to review their reflections. And so you can write what you did well, what you'll do differently. You can take some additional notes on your experience, whatever you want to write, and you can review it before your next meditation, so that next time you meditate, it just pops up and you can easily review it. So you'll press done, and that will all kind of save. And that's the kind of meditation flow. That's what I've been able to build. That's one of the things I've been working on over the past few months. It seems very simple, but what I've learned is the more simple something is, usually the more work goes into actually creating it. And so it was a lot of work, a lot of trial and error, a lot of things that made it that whole process. And the next thing I'll show real quick is a few other features, is the visions of the future. So you'll be able to create your visions of the future really easily. You just, one by one, you just create your vision. Let's say, your vision is to manifest, whatever it may be, like $10,000. I don't know. So you'll write the desired outcome, what elevated emotions you'll feel, and then you can leave it blank and it'll generate a symbol for you, or you can add an image to it. This will be on your phone, so you could use your photos, obviously. And then you'll be able to come in here and organize it into whatever area of life it is, and you'll be able to create your areas of life, whatever you want. And so once you've created your visions of the future, you can review them one at a time, or you can preview them as kind of like what a mind movie is, except a lot simpler. So if you want to view your visions as a mind movie, you just kind of come in here and select the areas of life that you want to preview. If you only want to preview, your abundance and health, you can do that. If you want to preview all of them, you can do that as well. So you'll just click next, and you can select the speed. So if you want it to show for 6 seconds, 9 seconds, and select the transition, and then you'll be able to preview I'm swiping through it. This will be on the your phone, so it'll look a little differently. It won't have that little bug in there, but basically it'll go through that a lot slower. But since it's on the computer, it's some weird stuff.
So cool, man. Really
So you'll be
impressive.
able to
So
view your
smooth.
visions. What's that?
It's just really impressive. It's really smooth and easy.
I love it. I love to hear that. That's the goal. So, and there's a few other features, but I think those are the core ones. Well, one other one real quick actually is you'll be able to share your meditation activity with your friends. So
Yeah.
if you've
Really quick. Someone just said, I wonder if there's kaleidoscopes. You can reach out to me if you need kaleidoscopes.
someone has kaleidoscopes, that's definitely something we're going to be implementing
Yeah,
in the
I
future.
create them. I'll talk to you about that later.
Oh, cool. Yeah, definitely. Yes, so there's tons of other ideas we want to do. We want to have collective meditations where people can post collective meditations. There'll be a page where you can see, like, here's all the meditations that are going on this week, and people can join. Here's everything so that the collective community, like, let's say 10,000 people all want to join this meditation on, tuning into one potential, whether it's, doing a coherence healing or, just whatever it may be, and people can host them, and it can all be organized within here. And then we'd love to measure the effect of people's intention in these mass collective meditations and see the changes that's actually happening in reality. So there's so many ideas that we're going to implement. It's just going to happen over time. This is how we're going to release it for now, and we're going to continue to add these features like the kaleidoscope and like the collective meditations and things like that. And so this last one that we've kind of been working on over the past few months is sharing meditation activity. It's very similar to the Apple Watch, sharing your fitness activity with your friends. So you'll be able to, if you share your meditation activity with your friends, you'll be able to see, like, when they complete a meditation, if they haven't completed a meditation by the time that they scheduled it, and you'll be able to check in with them and things like that. And so those are kind of the three main features that we've been able to create over the past 3 months with the crowdfunding, with all of the generous contributions and donations that people have made. So we've made a lot of progress. There's a few other things that we're working on, just a few small details, and then getting it so that it's ready to be on the App Store. And those are kind of the final steps. So yeah, I just wanted to share a little bit about what we've been able to do, because I know I haven't shared that yet. I've just been kind of focused on on creating it.
Yeah, that was and it's not even the end product. Like I said, like I've worked with companies just that upstarts that are creating apps, and that was a lot smoother than a lot of the ones that just like the process that you're putting through. You're doing this river flow. You're bringing people down this river. You're not making them think about it. They're just going down it, and then yeah, that's the way it came off to me, man. And the ideas and the simple ideas that you're just adding into these apps, like the little steps of adding the notes, it's so important. It's things that a lot of us, including me, don't do, but it would be so much easier if that was right there when I'm done. You know, really, really cool stuff. Congratulations, and yeah, this is gonna blow up, dude. This is gonna be big within our community, big time, big time.
Yeah.
All right, really quick. There's a couple hands raised. I'm gonna go through the chat right now. I see some questions through the chat, but right now, Janetta Russell, am I saying that correctly, or is it Sydney Janetta Russell?
Yeah, no, it's Janetta Russell, and I'm from Sydney in Australia.
There we go.
And
Very nice to meet you.
hi, Tenzin. It's really, I'm really inspired, and you're really blessed to have done what you've done. I've just come back from the Sunshine Coast 7-day, and I was blown away by that. One of the things that concerns me, Tenzin, is in Australia certainly, and I'm sure this is a global thing. There's so much cybersecurity and so much hacking going on. If I'm going to be using this app, which I think will be amazing and fantastic to use, I'm going to be putting my heart and soul in that, and a lot of private thoughts and a lot of stuff which will be highly confidential. What are you going to do to stop people being able to hack into your app and actually find out stuff about me, which I really don't want anyone else to know?
Yeah, that's a great question. Security is obviously extremely important to us because we know that people are believing, writing out things that are, from their meditation experience that could be super vulnerable and they don't want, other people knowing about. So all of it is by default private, and it is private within the database that it's stored in. So we use Amazon's database, and so just by having it in Amazon's database, it's completely secure within there. So no one else will really have access to it from the outside of the platform, but we will be implementing just like every security measure that we can, especially when we start scaling, so that to avoid these type of things. And another thing is, we know that people, that a lot of tech companies like to, take people's data and sell it to other companies and just kind of do all this crazy stuff with it. One thing we're going to be doing is we're not going to be selling, renting, or sharing data with anybody. We may work out a partnership with Inner Science Research, which is, if you don't know, is Dr. Joe Dispenza's kind of research thing that
cool.
We may be sharing it with them so that they could see the data that we're seeing of what's helping people stay consistent, what's helping people, manifest their visions faster, those type of things. But all of the data that is going to be viewed on our end and on, Inner Science Research end, and anyone that we share it with like that has zero personal identifiable information. So it's all just numbers. It's just, number XYZ, finished meditation, yada yada yada. So
there is another side.
Yeah,
and there is another side to this, in that if it's somebody who has got a very bad medical condition, there are also lawyers around who love coming in and looking for where they can do compensation claims and stuff like that. And there's all sorts of stuff going on from a medical point of view, legally. That's a whole new ball game, and that also would be a nightmare.
which part of the health aspect are you talking about?
For people, I'm talking about people who are very, very sick, who are coming along to the courses and then using the app, who might have stage 4 cancer or something like that. And there's a whole lot of legal aspects around that. You might want to look into that and get some legal advice, because as to how you can protect yourself against that, because that's a whole other world of pain.
Yeah. So we won't. Are you talking about like if we're kind of claiming that the app will help them with their health condition?
No.
I think
No, I'm just
speaking of
about them actually writing stuff in about their condition.
Oh, like
From a legal point of view, somebody coming and finding it's not quite what their claim. I mean, there's a whole range of stuff that could go with me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Thank you for bringing that question up. That was a really great point of view, and just to give everybody comfort for something this private. So Janetta, thank you so much for that. Appreciate it. Very nice meeting you. Brian, what's going on, brother?
Hey guys, hey Tenzin, great overview. Hey, I guess I got just a quick two-part question. So I guess the first question is more at a tactical level, developer level. Would you anticipate on initial launch you launching some type of let's say startup wizard tutorial? Because the first thing that jumps out of my mind is kind of, what are you doing to optimize the overall customer experience, but also just initially have that hook from a customer stickiness standpoint, right? Get their interest, but peak it, keep things simple at launch, whether it be a startup wizard, and it kind of guides them through the initial process. So one, they're seeing value as quickly as possible, and two, the interaction is as optimized as possible, hence to create, just kind of extend the life of the overall user experience. So that's the first part of the question. And the second one is not tactical, it's more for you. Philosophically, take us just, if you would, spend a second here and talk about your journey, but more specifically is, what are you most proud of, I guess, and mostly surprised of as you embark upon this journey?
Yeah, really good questions. I'll take the first one first. My goal with it is to develop to make it so simple that there doesn't need to be like a startup wizard or any sort of thing. Like, that's my goal. I know that that's a little challenging with the amount of features that there are within it, because it does take some time to just figure out where things are. But my goal is to make it so simple and intuitive that anyone can pick it up and they can figure out what they need to do, or how to do what they want to do. And so there is a setup process when you do create your account. It asks you what your interests are, what features you're interested in, whether it's connecting with the community, cultivating a clear vision of the future, accessing your meditations, maintaining a consistent meditation practice. You select your interest, and then based on that, it's going to show you the next steps to put those features in front of you so that you get started with what you're interested in and not necessarily all of the other features. And so that process takes you through adding your friends, adding your accountability partners, if that's something that you want to be a part of. And then it kind of, once that is done, it says, where do you want to start? And then you click, I want to meditate. So it has like all of the options of what you're able to do, and it takes you there. So it is like a setup wizard that we do have set up for the account setup process. And what we'll be doing is we will be, getting data to see, we'll be split testing different things and getting data that, again, is going to be not have any personal identifiable information. It's just going to be for us to see what is working best for people who are interested in this feature. What are they doing differently than the people who are getting less value from the feature, so that we can kind of see and make improvements. We'll also be getting people's feedback. We're going to be hopping on calls with people, 10, 15-minute calls, just kind of getting people's overall feedback about the app. And so we'll be analyzing the data as well as talking to people one-on-one to kind of get that feedback. Does that kind of answer your first question?
Yes, it does. It does. Great. Thank you. I think, I guess, and then the second one, again, kind of, let's put away the tactics, the toolbox, the kit. Let's talk about your experience, your journey so far, and just for your audience tonight. Because it's a fascinating story. I want to get to know you a little better, like, kind of in 30 seconds or less, but kind of what's Tenzin most proud of since he's embarked upon this journey?
The journey of the app or Joe Dispenza's work?
Either.
Okay. I would say there's two things. When I found Dr. Joe Dispenza's work, I was in a place where I was just kind of just didn't have any meaning in life or anything that like excited me. I would kind of sleep all day, to be completely honest, and there was nothing that made me want to get out of bed. And so just doing this work, the fact that like I have something now that I don't want to go to sleep because I'm so excited to continue working on, and I wake up and I just, most days I jump out of bed and go straight to working on it because I'm just so excited about it and so passionate about it and just love the outcome that I know that this will achieve is the part that excites me most. I'm not that interested in tech. I'm not that interested, but the outcome that it will achieve is what really fires me up and excites me. I think that, making things more simple allows people to implement it more effectively and allows more people to do it. If you look at like Spotify, I'm kind of going off topic here, but if you look at Spotify compared to like the websites where you used to download music from like LimeWire and stuff like that don't really exist anymore. And Spotify is like, a multi-billion-dollar thing that everyone uses, billions of people use it, or millions of people use it. The only difference is that it's more seamless, that you can open the app and you can instantly play it. You don't have to download it and upload it to a CD. And so I think that applying that same thing to these type of practices where people are able to access it more easily will allow more people to access it. I know people personally never done a Dr. Joe Dispenza meditation because they don't want to like go buy it from his website and have it emailed and download it and go through all that whole process. And so that the part that I'm most proud of is being able to implement it to a point where I feel like it's really simple, and then also just being able to develop it. I never imagined that I would be developing it. I have no programming, no tech experience whatsoever prior to this, and I never imagined that I would be able to. And as soon as I let go of that, the idea that it was hard or that I didn't know how to do it, I just got curious, and now I know a lot, like an insane amount about tech. So that part I'm extremely proud of, is that I was able to learn that in a pretty short period of time and implement it at the level that I have, and have gotten feedback from other developers that it's really good, and I think it's really good, and that's what I'm most proud of, is that I think it's good. So that whole journey of being able to learn this skill and carry out this vision that I've had and do it myself without having to rely on anyone else, like that is something that I'm extremely proud of. I'm also really proud of how like good I've got. I don't want to sound like arrogant.
That's confidence. That's not arrogance. There's nothing wrong with confidence.
What I'm proud of is that I can generate a state of kind of peace and joy and abundance within me within a few minutes of having my eyes closed, when I know that when I first started this work, it was sitting with myself for an hour battling frustration and all of this stuff, and I never imagined that I'd be able to do that. And so another thing I'm proud of is just the consistency that I've been able to have, and that it's paid off, that now I can manage my state well enough. And I just want that for other people. And I know that if they maintain the consistency long enough, that they will. So that's what I want to do with this app. So I don't know if that answered your question, but those are two things that I'm proud of.
Awesome. Purpose, curiosity, embrace the unknown.
100%.
Well done, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
Tenzin, how old are you?
25.
So one is, I want to say 25 with all the stuff you're doing. Great job answering that question. One, that was an intense question for a 25-year-old to answer it from a guy like Brian. That was really good job, man. And Brian, let's fucking go. Great question, man. Shit. That was awesome. Thank you.
That was a
yeah, good stuff, man. Okay, so I'm gonna go through. I got some questions and comments in the chat. I'm just gonna go through. At the same time, I do. If you want to raise your hand, raise your hand. I'm just gonna go through these now. I'll see them. From Jovalina, this will be great. That it will be a big coherence group meditation at the app. Wonder if this includes kaleidoscopes. Yes. Okay. Leela, what's going on? You could go. You know what? I'll give you 30 seconds. Hold up. 30. You ready?
Work. Okay. Anyway, I just two things. One is, when you put everybody's meditation from around the world, when they're going to happen. Whenever I see these kind of things, the people in Europe, I don't even know what that means. I have no clue about that time zone. So I don't know. I hope you're doing something with that. And then the other thing is that Robby, is it 30 seconds over?
No. I was going to say go, and you can have as much time as you want. I was going to say go in 30 seconds.
Oh, okay. I'll shut up.
Yeah, no, you take your time. The floor is yours. No, you go. It's all you. What's funny, I was just about to read your question with, will the collective meditation times include time zone help?
Yeah, that's my one question, and then I have another question.
The floor is yours. I'm going to mute
Okay,
myself.
okay. Just the other question is, I always have my phone on airplane mode just for EMF stuff. I mean, I don't like, I turn the Wi-Fi on to download things or whatever, but with your app, will it be usable on airplane mode for some things? I mean, I don't mind turning the Wi-Fi on once in a while to do whatever I got to do. If like I want to sync the information with the planet or whatever, I mean, I'm okay with that, but just to use it all the time on Wi-Fi, I'm not. So those are my two questions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good questions. So when it comes to the time zones, yes, that is definitely something that we've been already implementing with the other features that are needed. So with the sharing meditation activity, you are viewing it from your time zone, and it's changing based on the time zone that the other person is in. And when we're doing the collectives, it'll be the same. We'll definitely.
That's amazing. That's awesome. Thank you. That's worth the
yes.
cost of admission right there. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And then the second question, I'm sorry, what was the second question?
Just Wi-Fi and airplane
Right.
mode.
Can it be utilized during airplane? Like, are there certain things you could utilize during airplane mode? Like kind of
Yeah,
like
so-
Dr. Joe's app, I think you can use like once you download them, I think.
Right. Yeah, you'll be able to download. So unfortunately, with the beta, I don't like calling it the beta version. The version that we're releasing soon, the research version that will be available to the small access group, will not have that. Unfortunately, it has to have internet. But we will be implementing that for the version that we release to everyone. So once that final version is released, whenever that is, it's like 4 or 5 months from now, there will be that, as well as a ton of other really cool features. So that's something we've thought of, and it's super important to be able to access, and will allow access to pretty much anything that we can when we develop that. But for right now, it does require internet.
That's fine. Thank you.
I have an indirect answer. Lala, in the chat, can you write down the necklace that you wear for the 5G stuff? Like there's stuff that you can wear. I don't know if you.
I got a necklace.
You got the necklace as well. Oh, you got it. You're all prepped. You're good to go. Never mind. I love you so much. You're so great. All right, let's see. Thanks for the great question, Leela, and Tenzin, thanks for answering it. All right, so I'm gonna keep going. Sheila, question for those who have donated when it is released to participate in the initial rollout, how will we be contacted?
Yeah, that's a great question. I'm glad someone asked that, because I wanted to address that. So when anyone can register on the website, it's coherentnow.com. I'll send that in the chat. So when you donate, I send a message via GoFundMe, because GoFundMe doesn't show the emails of the people who've donated. I have to message you through GoFundMe. And what I do is I send a message to everyone who's donated, and I send the website, and I say, here's the website where you register. Once you registered, we'll have your email and we'll send out updates. And then I also share the Telegram group. We have a Telegram group, which I'll also share the link to in this chat in case anyone wants to join it, where we send out updates on what we're doing. And as soon as it's released, we'll send out the access there. And so I'll send out both of those links in the group chat. And if you have donated and you haven't received a message from me, you can email me. I sent my email in the chat earlier, which I'll send you.
Awesome. Thank you, Tenzin. You probably don't remember me, but I had the honor to meet you in Colombia. So you are an amazing young man. You have phenomenal energy, and it's an honor to have you here tonight. Thank you for all you're doing.
Amazing. Thank you.
All right. So is there going to be a free and paid version? What will it cost to get the app?
Good question. So for the research version that's coming out first, it will be completely free. And then once we have that version iterated to the point where we're ready to release the finished version to everyone, then we will be monetizing it. And I was kind of hesitant to do this because I wanted everyone, to be able to access it regardless of their financial situation, which we will still allow it. So there will be like most likely a free version and a paid version. The paid version will have more advanced features. And the reason we're doing that is just so that we can sustain the project, so that we can have income to be able to be more abundant in the project, continue to evolve it and make it better. And so I think the paid features will be probably once we get the license with Dr. Joe Dispenza, where people will be able to just access all of them without having to buy them from his website and download them. I think that'll be like a paid subscription feature, and we'll add some other cool stuff. We're thinking about integrating AI and some other cool stuff, but we want to kind of get feedback from the community on the initial features that we're using and see what features people are kind of getting the most value from. So to answer the question in a very simple way, there will be a free version for the first few months, and then after that there'll be a free and a paid version. It'll be optional, obviously.
Very cool. Great question again. Cosette just wanted to say this is extremely exciting. I couldn't agree more. I love how user-friendly it will be. Thank you and your group for your creativity and genius. Let's fucking go. Yeah, let's go.
Amazing.
Yeah, so that was from Cosette. This is a question from Mindy. Are user profiles private to specific users? And can you add two-factor authentication?
We can add two-factor authentication. We haven't thought of doing that at this stage because it's just kind of still in the beta, and the first version will be on test pilot, so there won't be really any way to implement that at the moment. But what was the first part of the question? It was
can you make profiles private to specific users?
Yes, 100%. So you can make your profile completely private if you just want to use the app for accessing your meditations and reflecting. You don't really want to connect with anyone in the community or do anything like that. That's totally cool. You can make your profile private and no one will be able to view you, or you can, block people and do all of the other things that you're able to do on other social platforms. So you can add friends, and adding friends allows, your friends to see certain stuff. And so to answer the question, yes, you can be completely private or you can block specific people. And yes.
Correct. Awesome. Thank you. So Tenzin, this is Anne Marie. Tenzin, we met at Kay's, K-A-Y, apostrophe S. I wonder if you and your team can share any kind of skills you may benefit from that likely exists in this community, so folks could volunteer their time to help your efforts. So excited to see your progress. Well done.
Yeah, I appreciate that. That's a great question.
There's a lot
Legal.
of in this community that could probably help.
Yeah, I think what would be valuable is legal. We've talked to lawyers, and but it would always be good to have a second opinion and have someone within the community who we can who would be willing to help. And so legal stuff, if there's any lawyers or attorneys and any developers, software engineers, social media, content creators, stuff like that would be kind of the most valuable ones. Data architects, anyone in tech would be super.
Yeah, thank you. Great question. Thank you, Anne Marie. And and I was going to say earlier too, like all this stuff that you're saying that's in the chat, and I'm going to save the chat too. But I'm going to put it we're going to put it in the WhatsApp group as well. So, but for all the people that aren't, I'm saving this as well. I'm going to email this whole Zoom call out as well. But yeah, all the info that Tenzin's dropping, we're going to put into the WhatsApp as well. Just wanted everybody to know that. All right, Angela Orr, hand up. What's up?
And you just answered my question. Can we save the chat? Because there's so much valuable information in there.
Yep.
So that's great that we're going to be able to do that. And I just want to say also how impressed I am, Tenzin, with what you're doing. You see so many things right now about the youth and the trouble that they're having. And it's just so amazing to see a group doing so much and offering this not only to others, but especially to our youth. It's just really amazing to see that there's something that can help to drive that passion and help our youth really. It's just amazing. So one of my questions that I have is, I'm a certified heart math practitioner. And so what I do and what a lot of people do is we do some heart math, heart coherence before and after meditation. And so it'd be really great at some point to maybe think about that, Tenzin, and maybe add something like that in to really get into a heart coherent state before a meditation, and then after. That's what the scientists from Heart Math recommend to really get the most out of it. So just idea to throw out there.
Yeah, 100%. We would love to partner with Heart Math in any way that we can too. I know that Heart Math is doing some really cool things, and we would love to have some biometric feedback. I know that they've created really cool devices to be able to measure that stuff, and so at some point we would love to actually partner with. We're open to it, to some sort of partnership like that, to be able to integrate that within the app so that people can get real-time biometric feedback on their level of heart coherence and things like that while they're meditating. So that's a really good idea, and I appreciate that.
Not that I'm somebody at the corporate level with them, because I certainly am not. So don't feel that I'm saying that. But if you want any feedback or any information about Heart Math, I'd love to chat with you. So I'm glad that we're going to post your information in our chat.
Yeah, 100%. I'll send my email out again in the chat so that it's there.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. And I love your inner science, Heart Math. It's all this interconnectivity, the dots connecting in this whole bubble that we're in of the Dr. Joseph Spencer community. It's so great. All working together to create it's the bigger world for us, better world, full of love. So great. All right. So, Jovelina, this app is going to be great because after I went to 1 week event, I felt lost doing my meditation by myself. This will help everybody to get connected. Let's see. Tenzin, off topic. Can you speak into the youth community? Love to get my 19 and 21-year-old involved. I guess, yeah, if there's any info you could drop into about the youth community after you talk, put it in the chat too, that'd be a good idea.
Yeah, just anything in general about the youth community. I mean,
Yeah, you know what? Drop some information about how to get involved, how you got involved. I guess someone was just wondering, Mindy, how she could get her 19 and 21-year-old involved.
the youth community. Yeah, Mindy, I would say, I think to be in the community, you just have to attend like a week long. So once you've done that, then you can kind of be part of the community. And Dr. Joe hosts like, monthly calls with the youth where he kind of, speaks directly to us, and we all kind of come together and collaborate on different projects. There's a group working on the environment where they're focusing on how can we create a more environmentally friendly future. And we're obviously, the group that I'm in is working on technology and education and all these other things. And so to get involved, I think, I would say they probably have to decide themselves that they want to do it. And then they would just have to go to a week long.
Thank you so much, Tenzin. This is Mindy. You are such a spectacular young example of what this work, has done for you and what it can do for you. So I'm a transformational coach, and I work with people all over the country. And many of the people I work with, they have children that through the past 3 years they're in a place that they've never been. So the fact that not only are you an example of doing the work, but what you're doing with the work that are going to help so many people. So I guess my question to you would be, I've absolutely brought this up to my children, and they, at this point, they have absolutely no interest. So besides you being in a bad place, like, was it your parents that brought this work to you, or did you go searching for another solution and Dr. Joe's name popped up? It's just my curiosity, and perhaps a different way that I can reframe this to both my boys, one who will be graduating in December and one that is finishing up his freshman year.
Yeah. So for me, my mom was definitely into this kinds of things. I was raised by my mom. And she, I remember her trying to like make my siblings and I watched like What the Bleep Do We Know? What the Bleep Do You Know? Or whatever it's called. What the Bleep? Yeah, What the Bleep Do We Know? When I was younger. And The Secret and stuff like that. And it was cool. I was like interested in it, but I was resistant to it because I was like a teenager and she was my mom at that stage where you just kind of want to do everything that your mother tells you not to. And so I was introduced to it. Then I wasn't interested in it. I was actually resistant to it because she was showing it to me. She wanted me to be interested in it so badly that it was kind of me pushing away from it, caused me to push away from it. And then as I got older, I was aware of it. And then I met friends who were interested in personal development and things like that. And it became something that I implemented in my life. I started going to Tony Robbins events and learning more about business, personal development. I was more interested in like the external things like making money and things like that. And then that opened me up to like personal development. And then a friend of mine recommended Joe Dispenza's book. And then I reached a low point where I was just like, okay, I have to, try this. This is like the last straw. So for me, it was like I was aware of it. And I also kind of chose it almost on my own. So a lot of parents ask me the question you just asked, like, how do I get my kids to go? And I think, and this is just my perspective, is the best thing you can do is not pressure them to go, not tell them to go, and just kind of let them and trust that they'll figure it out if they're meant to, and on their own timing. And I think that trying to like push it on them in any way, not saying that you're doing that, usually has the opposite effect. And it did for me, and I know that it does for other people. But that's just my perspective.
Thank you so much for sharing. And I think as parents, we always want the best for our children. So I've learned, because I've been entrenched in personal development. I've been very entrenched in the Tony community. So they've witnessed all of that. So I have learned that, by me persuading them, it does no good. So I just back off and I just be it so that they can be observant and see me doing it. And with the hope and the intention that they'll like what they've seen. And, as children, and I'm sure that through your mom, even though you might have had resistance, you are always listening. So the two of them, they're always listening, even if they're not in tune right now to the possibility. So thank you so much for sharing, and just phenomenal job. And if you need any help with social media, I'm going to send you an email. I'm pretty savvy with social media, and I think that I could potentially help you. So thank you again. And you're an example to this absolute beautiful work.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. Cheryl.
Hey, Tenzin.
Hey, how's it going, Cheryl?
Hey, going good. Thank you so much for taking the time to come and talk to this group of old people tonight. I really appreciate it. So I just wanted to say, like, just since you go back to the mothership of the youth, I wanted to throw out my son. I wanted to thank you for your transparency about what you said about basically you didn't really have anything to inspire you to get out of bed. And I have a 21-year-old who's sort of in that place, and he's decided to go to the week-long in Denver in July. So I'm totally stoked that he's going to get to dive into that community. But just for perspective, because I know you're a part of the larger youth community, the thing that really made the difference is I got him on a 3-way call with Gaston. Yeah. And so for him to be able to talk to Gaston made all the difference, because I'm his mom, whatever, and he trusts me, but I'm his mom. So Gaston being able to talk to him about, really, this isn't just me sitting in a room with a bunch of old people for a week meditating. So I don't know if it exists, but I wanted to plant the seed that, and I'm making this up, but let's just say once a month, there was going to be a Zoom call, and as many of the youth who are already involved were going to agree to be on that call so that new youth without their parents could log into the Zoom and ask questions of the youth without their parents present. Like, what is this really? That might be a cool thing, but it really did. Gaston's words to my son really were the thing that clenched it.
Yeah, that's such a beautiful idea. That's the thing that I think about, as well as a lot of the other youth like volunteers think about a lot too, is that how do we get more youth involved? There's like 270 or 370 youth within the community, and we want to grow that. We want more people to be a part of it. And I think that that's a really great idea, to just have a call where we kind of, and
Like
so
once a month on a Wednesday night or whatever it is, and that whoever can show up, then at least I could say, okay, my daughter is on the fence, but I think she's, but again, her having the ability to reach out to other youth rather than just my take on it, or other adults that I know, like Robby said, hey, I'll talk to them, but Robby's 42 instead of 20, so anyway, if you would take that idea back up the food chain, it could really make a difference for people whose kids may be sort of thinking about it, but wanting to get a sense of how cool it actually is for them to go and participate with the other youth, and what that looks like when you actually get to the event. So thanks so much.
Yeah, that's a brilliant idea. Thank you for that. I'll definitely run it by Riley and see if we can make that happen. What is your son's name? I'm curious, because I might be going to Denver.
Oh, awesome. His name is YU. And how you'll know him is he has one hand. So he's probably going to be the only one-handed youth. So, and he's a one-handed Chinese kid who's super awesome. And he just really, his whole life has wanted to be a part of something. And this is an opportunity. The words that you said, I'm not going to repeat it to him, but the words you said about, your process of really figuring out how to bring yourself into that state. That's language that, coming from you as a 25-year-old to somebody who's a 21-year-old, that's more meaningful than the 45 ways that I could say it to my son. So you really are articulate. And I hope if I could give you this, I was a waitress at the Last Supper, so I'm old enough probably to be your grandmother, but I just want you to know that you really don't undersell yourself. You have a voice, and use that voice with confidence. You are the voice of a community of people that is going to shape the future. And this app, we're going to dig this app, yes, but you know what? It's really going to make a difference for the youth. And so, be confident in the use of your voice. You're making a difference. So, and if you forget that, you reach out to me and I'll remind you.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Cheryl. And what a great idea. That's just another starting point for something to build off of. Really cool, or to even to incorporate into the app. Really great idea. All right, so Murad, I gotta catch up on these chats really quick. Will the app help with code 146? Is that a energy center joke, or is that I don't know. Will it help with code 146, or is that a real term? I think it's a joke. I don't know.
I'm not sure what that is.
No, it's not. It's not a joke, actually.
Oh, I thought it was
on YouTube, there's a Q&A session with Dr. Joe, and somebody asks the question because he mentions it a lot. So code 146 is energy centers 1, 4, and 6.
Yep.
So yeah, so basically, in that Q&A, he says the best time to do the meditation is between 1 a.m. and 4 a.m. So the app could, help coordinate people that would do the meditation at those times.
Got it. Cool.
And so that was my question. It was like, has Tenzin kind of heard about this, and is this going to be somehow integrated into the app? Because it would be really cool if it was.
Got it.
Cool.
Just to chime in there, we did 146 at the AFU in Marco Island in 2021. And interestingly enough, there was a YouTube video of Dr. Joe explaining 146 on my feed this morning. And so, and he says he does 146 as a template to send people into the a mystical experience. And so
yes,
the 146 code is really cool. And it's something, after we left the AFU, I know somebody got 146 tattooed on their body. It was so powerful. So it's cool stuff.
Yeah, Murad, we were talking about that this weekend, the 146. Or last weekend. Other Murad, my apologies.
Okay, great.
Yeah, thank you, Murad. That was a great question. I appreciate it. Because I didn't know, yeah, I knew that what you were referring to, but I didn't know that what the code part was. That's really, thank you for bringing that up. And Tenzin, sorry, I want to give you the floor on that if you wanted.
Yeah, I don't know much about that. I haven't seen, but I'll definitely look into it. It sounds really interesting. And if we can, I'm super open to all sorts of ideas, anything that helps people. The kind of the main mission is to help people remember that they're the creators of their reality and help them embody that in their everyday life, not just in their meditation practice. And so whatever we can do to help people with that, we're open to it. So I'll definitely look into that. Sounds interesting, but I don't know a lot about it right now.
Awesome. Yeah, lots of great questions, lots of good feedback, lots of great support, lots of great energy in this room right now. I'm loving it, man. Do you have RicoBot as part of your TG name? I worked for an IT company for 3 years. I have no idea what the hell that is. What's that? That's from Lee. So do you have RicoBot as part of your TG name?
RicoBot.
Sorry, that was supposed to be a message to someone I was private messaging.
Oh,
Sorry.
got you. Okay. All right. Okay. I don't feel like I'm losing my mind. Okay, it's from Julia. Insight Timer gives option to donate. Maybe you can do something similar if users don't want to do subscription. I don't know what that means. Does that?
They could do. I'm trying to find the message.
It's all the way up there. You know. Oh, so you know what? There's a lot of there's actually, I'm just gonna go, if just so everybody knows, if it's a comment or anything, I'm gonna keep, there's a lot of great comments in here that you could go back on, and just a lot of people, you know, someone knows a lawyer, they could reach out to you about that. That's Lauren. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff in here that we could go back on and communicate after, just for the sake of the flow of everything right now. But yeah, a lot of people just offering their help, their suggestions. It's really, really awesome. Oh, here's a great one from Janetta. You're a legend, Tenzin. Janetta from Sydney, Australia. That ain't a lie, man. This is the beginning of your journey right here. This is so cool. Please, Rob Nelson, please put me on the list for the group meditations. Oh, sorry, that was to me. Sorry. You got it, Rob. Yay for the single mamas. Love it. Okay. Okay, Sheila, please forgive me. I have to get going. This was positively amazing. Thanks, Robbie, for coordinating with this creative and phenomenal young man. Great idea. Love that idea. Joanne asked, who is Gaston? Gaston is in the youth group as well. And so what Cheryl was referring to is she knew someone in the youth group that reached out to her son, and she was saying how effective that was. How much more effective that was than her directly saying it. So her idea was just to talk to Tenzin about that on in general as an idea for the youth group, because it's a really good idea as far as sparking different thought processes for the younger.
Thank you.
Yeah, you got it. Gaston is an amazing person. He's a part of youth group. Oh, there. I guess what happens when you answer the question before reading. Thank you for your Veronica. Thank you for your great work, Tenzin and Robbie. Excited for your future and ours together. Cohere and now. Okay, I believe if they listen in, it would be huge. Thank you, Tenzin. This is an awesome app. I'm excited to see it come to market. I need to go, but totally enjoyed and will donate. Linda Castelli. I met Linda in Nashville. I believe she might be there. I might be wrong, but yeah, Linda, amazing person. Julia, thank you, Tenzin. Got to jump off. Loved it. Thanks, Robbie, organizing. Anne Marie, thank you for all you are doing, Tenzin, and thank you for bringing us all together, Robbie. It is coherence. I have heard Dr. Joe speak to it many times. Mindy, Lucas von der Heide, my man from Niagara. What's going on, brother? He's going to bed soon, but would love to hear more about your process sometime, Tenzin. Really enjoyed everything I've heard. I think you guys are actually in a similar age. I think Lucas is around 28. He's a coder. He's a gamer and a coder too. So you guys might have some things in common there. Thank you so much, Tenzin. I will message you. Appreciate you putting this call together, Robbie. Good night, everyone. Mindy, Tenzin, please let us know how to reach you to discuss investing. Tracy, so there's Tenzin replied with his email. I am going to be sharing his email in, that was actually is that to everybody or no? I'll share your email to everybody right now. Crap, I don't know how to use I use an Apple. I don't want to mess up. From Sheila Tenzin, yes, donated, but I'm interested what you need for investors. I believe you could answer that. So she's wondering what you need for investors. I believe we're just donating money, right? Not investors. We're just donating.
We are opening up the opportunity for investors very soon.
Oh,
So if
great.
anyone is interested, just feel free to email me and we can get in touch and
I think you actually, you know what? My apologies. I think Sheila might have you might have answered that already. My apologies. Oh, so Mong is actually regarding the 146 code. She's wondering what 6 means, just for anybody, just really quick. But I think I'll answer 146 as far as the energy center, but I don't know as far as the 1 to 4 a.m. time frame. I think I'm not sure. If anybody could answer that in the chat, that would be great for Mong. Oh, somebody did. Never mind. Oh, I gotta read ahead. All right, Angela Orr, thank you. Good night. Avis, thanks, Tenzin. Have to run. Cosette, Tenzin, I'm looking forward to meeting you in Nashville. Likewise, we got a whole bunch of people here. I'm telling you, the energy from this call is going to carry there, going to carry into it. Tenzin, will you be in Nashville? See you then. Yes. Thank you so much, Genius Tenzin, Jovelina, Gabriel, Gabe. Sorry, Gabe. What's up, brother? How are you, my man? Replying to Tenzin, yes, please email Tenzin. Email me Tenzin. So Gabe just said that. What's going on, Gabe?
How's it going? Going well.
Chilling, man. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Too.
Danielle Forward, I have to get going, but Tenzin, so proud of you and excited for you aligning with your purpose. I'm a former product designer at Facebook and super well connected in the tech industry. Let's chat. Lots of love. Good night. Lots of people telling you connected dots, baby. Thanks, Tenzin. That was Danielle Forward. And I think that she had to hop off. I'll connect you with Danielle.
Okay, amazing.
Yep, yeah, you got it. Okay. Eva, hello, Robbie. I learned through Aman about this call. Thank you for organizing this discussion. Aman is the man. The future definitely looks bright with a youth like Tenzin. I will donate as well. Could you please add me emails as well? Gotcha. Yep. Thank you. I would also like to learn more about the meditation. You got it, Eva. Mong, got it. Okay, answer that question. All right, cool. We're caught up, mother effers. So excited. Yeah, does anybody else have any more questions? If not, we could wrap it up. It's 10:31. 31, baby. Woo. Let's go. Let me make sure I got all my notes out first. I've been in my car this whole time, by the way. Okay. So Tenzin, is there anything else that you wanted to bring up? Anything that just popped into your head that you didn't bring up or anything?
No, not exactly. I'm just extremely grateful for this. I want to thank you, Robbie, and thank everyone else for being on here and taking the time to stay this late. I think it's been an hour and a half to listen. I'm just extremely grateful that other people are excited about this and yeah, thanks again, Robbie. This has been super cool.
You're so welcome, and thank you for being on the show. I kind of just what I'd say to you, keep doing what you're doing, man. Just keep being intent driven. What Cheryl said, speak with the confidence. You got a whole community that got your back. Yeah, and how do you get shit done? By getting shit done, and that's what you're doing. Really cool. Really cool. Good stuff, man. All right, so Nashville. Yeah, so Nashville, we're gonna do yellow again. Let's spread the intent for Tenzin there. Let's spread the word about, without promoting or anything. We're not, this isn't promoting. We're building in the community. Like this is what, so let's just make sure that we set intent while we're there, and feel free to and share it with people that need to hear it, and again with the, oh wait, let me stick to Nashville. Are there any other volunteers or studiers that are going? I'm going to be volunteering and part of the study. So it'd be cool. I'm not sure if anybody else is doing that. Any other volunteers up in this mother effer? I think Lee is. I'm not sure if Lee's in here anymore.
Any other volunteers?
I'm here, and yes, I'm excited to volunteer.
Yeah, Tenzin, are you volunteering?
I'll actually be at the registration desk.
Got it.
this
Oh,
time.
cool. Nice, man. All right. So you're going to be seeing a lot of hellos. Well, in general, it will be, but a lot more people are going to know you now. It's great. Cool.
Very cool.
Yeah, Josh is on the call. Josh is going to be a volunteer. We got so many people on here that are good stuff, man. Good stuff. So yeah, so if you like that, I'm saving the chat, cut and pasting it just in case. And I'm gonna email everybody who's interested in joining the group. And I'm gonna send Tenzin all that info. Tenzin, just do me a favor in the WhatsApp Sunday. Actually, I'll do it because I'm the only one that could do it. I'll just text me all the info in one block, and then I'll just cut and paste it, throw it in there for everybody. The GoFundMe, your email, all that good stuff. We'll talk after.
Okay.
Make sure everybody has what they need in order to get in touch with you, whether it's how they can help you, with lawyer stuff, with tech stuff, with funds, with spreading the word, whatever it is. We'll make sure everybody has what they need. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's see. Yeah, that's it. Unless anybody else has anything to say, it's bedtime. on to the next one.
Thanks for doing this, Robbie. It's really nice for us to have the opportunity to meet Tenzin. Thanks for all you do.
Yeah, you got it. Thank you. Thank you. All right, before we lose everybody, thank you, Dr. Joe, for dedicating your life to this. If it wasn't for you, none of us would know each other. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life. This is our story. Let's keep growing. We don't do this because we have to. We do this
We
because
do this because we want to.
because we
Because
know
we know we have to.
Let's go.
Woo! We know we have to.
So let's
Woo!
actually, Leela, you want to lead the way with that really quick? We'll do it together.
Sure. 1, 2, 3. We don't do this because we have to. We do this because we want to. Because we know we have to.
Let's
Boom.
fucking go.
Let's fucking go.
Let's go.
Woo!
I love you guys. And Tenzin, thank you again, man. Thank you again. Great job.
Love you all.
Thank you, Tenzin. Bye.
Yeah,
Love you,
Everyone.
thanks,
Love you
Tenzin. Thanks,
guys.
everybody.
Love you guys.
Good night.
All right, I gotta save this stuff. All this chat. Oh, hello, everybody's there. What up? What up? I gotta save all this stuff. Let's go, Nashville. Can't wait. All right. Save. I'm talking to myself. What's up, Russ? Just seeing you, brother. Kara, hello. Jan, Sean. Have a good night, guys. Zoom.